Certainly there's evidence to suggest this could be a real battle, because we know Lee Walker likes a scrap. Reverse that inferior record.
Yes, he beat Judd Trump earlier in the season, and there's not many people can say that.
1. Five.
On that red, actually, it's just a question. We didn't think that he could get onto a colour from there. So Selby has ever playing the percentage call, and why wouldn't he?
3 years ago at the World Open, 5-2. So pretty emphatic victories for Lee Walker. And tally put him in joint 6th place once again in the all-time list of ranking.
Well, there's one way of doing it, was the other player down the bottom there. I think they were the two slowest.
Had an interesting chat with Joe Perry during the shootout in that shorter format.
Yeah, I think. Well, he's gone down. Well, it's a good job. Mentioned Rod Lawler. He certainly can't hear Adam Ashley, who was mentioned earlier. I'm not sure who that is on a snookering
7.
front, but he'd run enough matches to get his career as a pro. A win is a win.
Yeah, it turned out to be significant in more ways than one, didn't it, at the shootout? Because not only did it cost Amina Miri in that match, but the beneficiary of that win, or that match, was Michael Holt, who of course went on to win his maiden.
90. $25.
Ben Williston and Rod Lawler have gone to a decider, by the way.
$35. $43.
Right.
$51. $59. $67.
On the table here, Judd Trump is a master at this shot. He can play it with a lot of side and hold for the brown. There's a lot of left-hand side. That's a good bit of power required to get from brown to blue.
Yeah, benefited from a bit of luck at the start of this break, but the rest of it's been
18.
skill. It's not well. Certainly, he stepped up from last season, which, by his own very high standards, wasn't winning them. So, looking to get back to
101.
his formidable best of 3 or 4 seasons ago, and 42nd of his season. Started with a fluke, but The rest of it was Luca Brissell's just beaten Chris Wakelin 4-1. An incredible break. Fabulous break.
Yeah, he's a player with a big future in the game, actually. Never mind what happens.
Proved players on the circuit, Scott Donaldson. Another player who's not necessarily...
That's a brilliant shot. Really.
Seven.
Oh, not so good. He was queuing a bit awkward.
Sean Murphy and Ryan Day, the other winners.
Up at the Rico in Coventry.
One. One.
It wasn't that awkward. They have not split very well. But he didn't play it well, like you say.
One. Eight.
Happy victory over Kasper Filipiak of Poland, which we brought you the back end of when we first came on air.
22.
Selby looking pretty... Always nice to start a match with a century. Proof of relatively short length.
30.
Yeah, the best of sevens, as you said earlier, he's not a matches World Championship 3 times a winner, but those home nations events,
30.
first 4 rounds are best to now. 2 of the home nations went his way. He won the English and he won in Scotland on his first appearance in that one.
Once against Dave Gilbert to win the English Open in Crawley was probably his
46.
most complete for 5 or 6 meaningful balls in the whole final. Gilbert only won 1 frame. So
53.
has such a will to win. As we know, he can win matches, even tournaments in all departments. And he's going to go 2-0 up here. Lee Walker looked disappointed
60.
walking back to his chair, having played. Not a comfortable position.
No, and Selby has he's played, I think it'll be 4 cushions. It's not there. Damage.
Walker, a former World Amateur Championship finalist. As Neil mentioned, he's claimed a few notable scalps along the way, not least Judd Trump, Ding Junhui. So still carries a... In fact, his opponent needs a snooker.
And that's a good return shot. Equal.
1.
He's looked very dangerous when he has been in amongst the reds so far.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Because, isn't he? And has done over his career. So you would expect,
9.
you know, him to feel at home.
Just got a glimpse there.
70.
And Amin Amiri has won. Congratulations to the Moroccan. His first ever professional victory at the expense of Alex. Oh, well, I was about to say Selby is so reliable.
One. Nine. 70.
Take a leaf out of Selby's book and just be rock solid in amongst them.
Just goes to show that you've got to be ready at all times. Walker would have been thinking it's probably going to be 3-0. But you've always got to be tuned in mentally so that if your opponent... That's how quickly things can change.
$65.
Yes, it's a reminder for Selby if he... Oh, what a great pot.
71.
Well, Selby would certainly have come back to the table had...
Against Selby, you mustn't do that because you've got a sort of a little...
So Selby pegged back. Of course, he got a bye into this round with Noppon.
One.
Well, there you have it. He was going to hit the green. That was...
Ten.
No, he can't.
$30.
Well, played it gently. I don't think the shot...
$90.
Oh, same scenario. Didn't want to go into the bunch.
$25.
Oh, that's a great shot.
1.
Yes, in playing this slowly, now there's a chance ends. Well, it certainly flies up the table anyway. Now he's hit it full on. I have to say he's a bit unlucky there.
Seven. $15.
Billy.
Yeah, Selby 97% pot success. I can't think of
23.
anything easy that he has missed, in fact.
And this would be hurtful to Lee Walker, who was first in, looking good. It was a difficult red to start with,
29.
but Selby passed the test.
Be the way this break might end, I suppose,
32.
giving Lee Walker some hope. He's trying to soft screw this in, drag it and hold. And you can't afford to overhit those. That's okay.
$39.
Yeah, that's another really good pressure pot from Selby.
Ensure that he knew exactly what the score was. Called playing to the
46.
scoreboard. If he needed the blue, he'd have played on the blue. But that chance is not going to come. Been a good match.
Starting the match with a century, 66 in the second frame. Walker hit back with 78 in the third, and
57
Selby
in the frame.
having
Right
fallen
side.
frame. It's been a very entertaining match so far. Selby needs one. Wollaston about to start. Tepchire News playing Harvey Chandler. That match is also just on. Away off the pack. He won't be thrilled with that one. He was as was Lee Walker.
Again, more reds going. It's getting very congested now. He's found a good little gap table. He's firing up there. Goodness me, this is the most unusual.
One. Six.
Laid into the bottom right corner this time, I think.
Oh, it's a terrific pot from Selby. He was trusting.
No way he knew he was going to be on the brown, of course. Now, what a chance. These reds are. I just feel that
Six.
he could go on and win the. you know, and this had potential. It's been played with good safety. It's one
40.
for the connoisseur, if you.
Just to repeat that our final match of the day, walk over in his first match, because Jimmy White was one of those players to withdraw ahead of the tournament,
21.
along with the likes of Neil Roberts. Ali Carter, another player who, whoever finishes top of the European series of
26.
4 events, this being the last, of course, he gets underway tomorrow.
See the Pollard, you don't very often see a player break down prematurely when they're like this. It's just like the ultimate practice. These aren't often taken, so it takes a while to get over the line. But
37.
it feels a little bit like shelling peas, doesn't it, all this?
There were opportunities had he missed it, but it was still a terrific pot. He deserved to be on a colour. He found
41.
himself on the brown.
Thirty-three. Match Selby.